Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those prepared for it today.
Hey guys, good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's Professor Presbury. At the time of recording, this is the first recording for me for 2023, but my videos, I'll be showing them whenever. I recently gave an inspirational speech to somebody. Like, when I say recently, I mean like 5 minutes ago. I had a conversation with somebody, and I was just like, kind of hitting them with, sorry, hold on, I want some more light. I was kind of hitting them with some knowledge, some information, some things I thought about success and failure. Yes, I'm a little scruffy right now. The next time you see me, the next video, I will be clean shaven, I promise. I'll be much better than that. I'll be more put together. It's been a little bit, but don't worry about that. So the topic of the conversation is success and failure. And I really, after I had given this person this impassioned speech, they said, you know what? You should kind of, you should do a video with that. You should do a video and kind of, give that to your students, give that to your class. And I said, you know what? I think I will. So I just stopped, in the middle of New York and decided I'm do a little bit of a video. So I haven't done one in a while. But no, success and failure. And I want to talk about this, and I want this to be understood. It's going to sound weird, right, as your professor, to talk about failure, because ultimately the goal is not for you guys to fail at all, right? But the conversation I had with the person was that, failure is okay. It doesn't feel good, but it's okay. Now, again, I don't want you to misunderstand that I'm saying, go out there and fail. No, what I'm saying is that, failure is sometimes a part of life, and you cannot let it define you. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not coming to this conversation as somebody who hasn't failed. I have. I've failed quite a few times in my life. There are many things I haven't succeeded in doing, but I think that failure only defines you if you allow it. I'm just to be transparent. I have an RHIA. The first time I took the RHIA test, I failed. I failed it. I failed it by 1 point, which is even more infuriating, right? But, I went back and I passed it. Because the honest truth is this: failure only defines you if you let it. I look at things in, a macro scale and a micro scale. So from a small end, let's say like this, right? I'm going to try to keep this video short. A lot of my videos are a little bit longer. I want to be like 7 to 10 minutes if I can do this, right? Macro scale, micro scale, right? On a small end, a failure is a setback. It's a cost of time and money, right? On the large scale, on the macro end, failure is something that can change the course of your life if you allow it, right? So when I look at opportunities that, things, let's be honest, right? Jobs I may have applied to that I didn't get. I think about the money I didn't get because I didn't get those jobs. And I kind of look at it like, what? If I had succeeded, then I would have been much better off for it financially. And I look at money, money is, is not the most important thing in the world. It's not. I don't want to misstate it and say the money is everything. It's not. I don't want y'all to misunderstand that. But for me, being a person that came from, a lower income background, lower income area, money is freedom. Money allows for certain opportunities that you wouldn't have without it, things like, you want to go on a vacation. You need money to do that. You want to eat at better quality restaurants. You want better quality food. You need money to do that. You want to live in a better area. Money to do that. You want to leave your kids something. Money to do that. You want experiences. You need money for all those things, obviously. And the way I look at it is that as long as you've gained either knowledge or experience, then in truth, you've never really failed. Like I said, I failed my RHIA the first time. I'm not going to let it define me. I've had a situation where I didn't get, the outcome that I wanted. And, I kind of look at my life as a story. All of our lives are, right? I say to myself when I fail, I said, is it going to be that, they look back at my life, they look back at my story and they say, you know what, this is just a thing that he couldn't overcome. Say, no, you know what? I'm going to knock down every obstacle. I'm going to knock down every barrier. I'm going to kick down every door. If somebody closes the door in my face, I'm going to kick another one. If they close that one, then I'll build that third door. I'll build that third door and then knock that one down. You know what I mean? And yeah, I joke, but I mean it very, very truthfully. It's like, you gotta really be able to shake off, hits and losses and kind of roll with them. You got to pivot and think about how you can evolve further and evolve in different ways. And I think that's something that people really have to internalize. And it's not easy. It's not easy. And, I spoke to, my father recently about something, and we were talking about, back in the day when I was younger, I was doing coder training. I was trying to be a medical coder, and I was doing coder training. Now, as it is with any job, there are metrics and there are expectations. The job that I was at, if you didn't get a certain amount right, well then, you were no longer employed. And that just makes sense because that's the metric that the job set, And my father said to me, and he says all the time, he said, Javon, I don't understand how you were so nonchalant with regards to, answering some of those questions. I used to have panic attacks. I used to be stressed out about the concept that if you didn't pass, then you wouldn't have a job. And let's be clear. Again, I'm not speaking to you guys as someone that hasn't failed. I won't go into intimate details with that. But that wasn't something that was foreign to me, And I said to my dad, Dad, no, I understand that. You're absolutely right. You was panicking. We was, when I was doing that training, because you was like, yo, if he failed, he's not going to have a job. And I understand that because that was the absolute truth. I didn't fail in that one instance, but the point is I didn't panic either. And I said, you know what, Dad, I've taken many a test. I've gone on many an interview. I've had many a conversation. And the thing I always think to myself is, you know what? Being anxious, being scared never made you a stronger version of yourself. Being upset, being worried about succeeding, never gave you an increased chance of succeeding. So why would I do it? I've taken so many certifications, done so many quizzes for degrees and this and that. And I've sat there in the test and been like, you know what? This could change the trajectory of my life, but I don't worry about it. Why? Or what I say is, no. I don't let it worry me to the point where I don't do it, with the best efficiency I can do it. If I worry, then I fail. You know what I mean? I worry, then I fail internally. I fail in a way that I've let it overcome me. Cause I've sat there and I said, man, if I don't get this right, you're gonna have some problems. I said to myself, nah, I'm not gonna worry about it because you know what it is? Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. I did the best of my ability, and worrying, stressing, being anxious about something has never increased a single person's likelihood to succeed. And that's kind of the energy I move with, And I kind of wanted to share that with you guys. This is a little bit shorter of a video, 7.5 minutes, 8 minutes. I want you guys to understand. I hope I came across clearly that I want you to succeed. That's not a joke. And I will do everything I can as your professor to help you get there. But I want you to understand that failure only defines you if you allow it. You only truly fail if you give up. So if you get knocked off the horse, pivot and keep moving. I'm going to keep this short. I know. I'm sorry, guys. I said 8 minutes, right? I'm trying to go into under 10. I likened failure to a sharp jab. I likened giving up to a poison because giving up to me is like a slow poison. You're not going to feel it. You're just going to give up, and you're going to slowly settle into your life and slowly settle into that concept of like, this is okay. I wanted to get out the hood, but I'm not, or I wanted to do better, but I'm not, but it's fine. Other people are, because you don't feel that sting. Failure, you feel that, and that's why it hits harder for some people because you get that quick jab, but, giving up, I think, is far worse. Giving up is far worse than failing. And I hope you guys understand the message I was trying to get across. So, thank you for watching this video. If you did, I'm gonna get under 10 minutes, I promise. All right, guys, have a good one. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's Professor Presbury. Bye.
Intelligence is not enough. Intelligence plus character. That is the true goal of education.